Hey everyone, this is Scott from Forgot to Grow. Well, welcome to our Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 6, Episode 7 Thoughts video. Just finished watching the most recent episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I'm just going to be sharing my general thoughts on the episode. So yeah, I just finished watching this episode, and this episode involves Fitzsimmons and Enoch and back up on Gibson and the team, so Mac and the team trying to interrogate Sarge, who they just recently captured. So I really enjoyed this episode because we get Sarge and Mac a lot throughout this episode. Kind of Mac trying to interrogate Sarge, but Sarge knowing he's got the better hand and all this, that he knows more about what's going on. And in the end, Sarge ends up being right. And that's why this episode's called Toldja, which I didn't get at first, to be completely honest. I was like, what's that name? And then I was like, oh, it's Toldja. Anyways, but yeah, so I really liked that. I liked seeing the dynamic between Sarge and Mac, especially since Mac is so used to his interactions with Coulson, and so it's the first time we've pretty much seen those two interact. So it was really interesting. Mac trying to be the boss and be the director of Shield, while this guy Sarge just like, yeah, no, you're gonna put me in charge by the end of the day. And so it's just really interesting to kind of see those two's dynamics. I really enjoyed that. Some of the other things I liked about this, seeing Daisy kind of meet Sarge was kind of interesting, and her just being like, I cannot handle this, and just kind of spends the whole episode kind of avoiding it almost in general, just being like, I've been through too much, I can't add a fake Coulson on top of all this. But then she also has to kind of brush away Deke, and I just love that Deke still puppy dog loving over Daisy and doing everything and kind of trying to impress her, including wearing some vintage Jordans and not knowing who Jordan is. I love that joke. It's just such a ridiculous joke, but it's just still funny. So that was interesting. What else do I have written down? We get a lot of Fitzsimmons kind of they get captured on Gibson again, and then when you see them end up getting killed almost, and then they end up being saved by this random lady who happens to be going to Earth. So now they're on a ship heading back to Earth, the same ship that Fitz was on at the beginning of the season. So it's really interesting the way they kind of all loops around. I'm curious to find out who this lady is, what she's going to look for. Is she connected to Sarge in some weird way? I'm curious. I don't know. We'll find out about that. Another interesting thing was Deke finding out about the fact that Fitz died, and I was like, oh wait, you guys never told him? Wait, he wasn't there when that happened last season? I just rewatched these episodes not even a month ago, and the fact that I forgot that he wasn't really there for Fitz's passing on was a little bit interesting. A little interesting fact for me that I forgot, kind of didn't notice even. So that was interesting to see them interacting, kind of how quickly him and Matt kind of get over it. What else? The big guy Jocko can breathe fire, and nobody wanted to explain that. So I was like, I love this show. I love that we just got people breathing fire now and no one questions it. So that was cool. What else do we have? The Shriek, the Shirk. I don't know how to say the name. The Shrike, that's what it is. The Shrike, we see that when they come together, it's even worse, which leads the team to being like, okay, Sarge, you're right. What do we do to stop these things, and why did they come in here? So I'm really liking the Shrike as the enemy, the enemy of our enemy in a sense, or no, Sarge would be the enemy of our enemy, and the Shrike would be the enemy. I really like the kind of mystery behind them, that Sarge isn't giving us all this. He keeps just saying their creator, and I'm like, who is that guy? I could look it up from the comics, but I'd rather find out from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and then I'll go look it up in the comic, online, for what it refers to the comic. But yeah, so I'm really curious to see how that all plays out. But yeah, and then the last thing I'd written down was just that we see Enoch at the end is going on his own way. He's got to find a new home planet for his people, so it seems that we're not going to be getting Enoch much more. Maybe he'll pop up again sometime before the end of the season, or one more time, maybe again next season. But it seems like for the most part, he's done being a season regular at this point, which I find disappointing. I love him and Fitz's interactions, but we'll have Fitz back with everybody else soon. He'll be being annoyed by Deke, and who he hasn't even met yet. He hasn't even met Deke yet, so that'll be really fun. This this Fitz hasn't met Deke yet, so that'll be a fun little thing. But still, I'll miss Enoch being around. I really like his kind of dry roboticness to him. So that's bittersweet again. It's nice. I like the way they kind of ended off because it does give a legitimate reason for leaving, which is he's got to go find a home planet for his people, which is honorable. Yeah, that's all my general thoughts on this latest episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Be sure to let me know in the comments below what you liked or didn't like about this episode. Thanks again for joining me today. Sure, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and have a good one.